Hey, what's up guys, this is Vimal here and welcome back to TRHD. So today I'm here with a new smartphone video. I have the newly launched Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1 6GB RAM variant on my desk. A lot of my subscribers have asked me to make a video on this variant, so I just had to do it for you guys. The new Zenfone Max Pro variant not only comes with just an enhancement of memory, but it also comes with a new and upgraded camera. Yes, you heard me right, the 6GB RAM variant has a new 16 plus 5 megapixel dual rear camera setup and also a 16 megapixel camera on the front. Now that's exciting, right? I can't wait to unbox and show you this phone. So let's get started with the video. The Zenfone Max Pro M1 comes in this sort of box packing. The phone comes in two colors, black and grey. I've got the grey color model with me. As you can see, it says 6GB RAM and 64GB storage here. It's a dual SIM smartphone and both the SIM cards support 4G VoLTE at the same time. It's got a 5.99-inch Full HD Plus display, Snapdragon 636 CPU and comes with new set of cameras. It comes with a large 5000 mAh battery. Now that is huge. So that was our quick look at the box packing of the Zenfone Max Pro M1. Let's check out the pricing details. The price on the box says $17,999. But it's available for only about $14,999 on Flipkart. That's actually quite aggressive pricing. Asus is definitely giving a tough competition in the market. So that's it guys, let's get started with the video. I want to thank Asus for sending me this product for review. Let me just cut this outer packing on the box. There we go. Now let's open the box and check it out. The outer cover slides out like this and inside we've got another mini box at the top. It says "We love photo" on the front. Let's just open it and see. Oh, we've got a nice looking SIM ejection tool here with the Asus logo on it. Along with that, you've got some paperwork and a free case in the box. It's a transparent silicone case guys, and the quality of the case looks nice. Below that accessory box, we've got the Zenfone Max Pro M1 nicely packed in this cover. Let's just take it out. We've got the grey color model. It looks nice. So this is how the Zenfone Max Pro M1 looks like. The design is same, nothing has changed compared to the base variant. The build quality looks nice, the back of the phone is made of metal, and on the front you've got a 2.5D curved glass. Okay, we'll check out the phone in a moment. First let's see what else do we get in the box. You get a USB cable for charging the phone, would have loved to see a Type-C port on it, a standard Asus 5V 2A power adapter, and you also get a max audio box. This is a passive amplifier accessory for your phone. So these were all the items you got in the box. Now let's check out the phone. The phone looks nice with good build quality. It feels a bit heavy in the hand due to the large 5000 mAh battery. It weighs around 180 grams. On the front, it has a 5.99-inch Full HD Plus IPS 18:9 display with a 2.5D curved glass. At the top, it has a 16 megapixel selfie camera, few sensors, an earpiece, an LED notification light, and a front LED flash. That's it, there's nothing else on the front. On the right side, you've got a volume rocker and a power button below that. At the bottom, you've got a speaker, a micro USB port, a microphone, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left side of the phone, you have a SIM card slot. It's a triple SIM card slot that supports 2 nano SIMs and a micro SD card slot. And at the top, you have a secondary noise cancellation mic. That's it. Now let's check out the back of the phone. The back of the phone is made of metal. You've got the Asus logo here, some info regarding the phone, and the fingerprint scanner placed above the logo. Coming to the cameras, it's got a new dual camera setup at the back. One is a 16 megapixel f2.0 primary camera and the other one is a 5 megapixel f2.4 camera for depth sensing, whereas the base variant had a 13 plus 5 megapixel cameras at the back. There's also an LED flash below the cameras. So that was our overview on the design and the build quality of the new Zenfone Max. Now let's power it on and see if it's got some juice in it. By the time it boots up, let's go through the specs. The Zenfone Max Pro M1 6GB variant has a 5.99-inch Full HD Plus IPS 18:9 display, comes with Snapdragon 636 octa-core CPU clocked at 1.8 GHz, has Adreno 509 GPU, comes with 6GB RAM and 64GB internal storage that's also expandable up to 256GB. Talking about the cameras, at the back it has a 16 plus 5 megapixel dual camera setup that can also shoot videos in 4K and a 16 megapixel camera on the front with a selfie LED flash. It has a huge 5000 mAh battery, supports face unlock and weighs about 180 grams. So our phone has finally booted up and I've also gone through the setup process. First let's talk about the comfort and the handling. The phone feels quite comfortable to hold in the hand. Even though it's slightly bulky, it doesn't affect the handling. All the buttons are easily accessible by your thumb. I've also set up the fingerprint scanner on this phone. Let's test it and see how it performs. As you can see, the fingerprint scanner works well and is accurate almost all the time. But it's not the fastest I've seen. It takes at least half a second and sometimes even 1 second to unlock the phone. The Zenfone Max Pro also has face unlock. The face unlock was working well in both indoor and outdoor conditions, but just like the fingerprint scanner, it was taking a bit time to unlock the phone. So this is how the UI on the phone looks like. It runs nearly on stock Android, very minimum bloatware. It's got a pixel-like launcher which brings up Google Now by swiping to the right. And here's the app drawer. The UI feels buttery smooth. I haven't faced any sort of lag or stutters while using this phone. Let's check out the settings app. The settings app also looks just like stock Android. Pretty much all the settings are same. Let's check out the storage section. This phone comes with 64 gigs of internal storage, and out of the box you get about 50 to 51 GB of usable space. Since I've already installed few apps and games, we are left with 47.8 GB of free space. Now let's see the about phone section. This phone runs on Android 8.1 Oreo. I haven't received any update on this model yet. Let me show you the Easter egg. There you go. And the security patch it's running is May 2018. So that was about the settings app. Now let's talk about the display quality. The Zenfone Max Pro M1 has a 5.99-inch Full HD Plus IPS display with an 18:9 aspect ratio. The display quality is very good for the price. The screen looks sharp, the contrast, the black levels all are good. The colors look vibrant and also the white balance is nice. I have no complaints in the display segment. The brightness is also good. You can view it easily in outdoors. And talking about the viewing angles are decent as expected from an IPS display. The picture looks the same no matter from where you view it. Let's check out the speaker quality. Let's play some music and see how the audio sounds like. It's got a single down-firing speaker and the quality is quite nice. It's driven by NXP Smart Amplifier and the audio feels loud and clear. The distortion is also less even at max volume. And also Asus bundles a special accessory with the phone called the Max Box. Now this is a passive amplifier made of cardboard that Asus says improves your audio experience on the phone. What it basically does is it diverts all the audio waves towards you, which gives an illusion of increased audio output. I kinda like this accessory because it does work and can also be used as a phone stand. Now let's talk about the benchmarks. I've installed a few benchmark apps on it. First let's start with Antutu. I've ran benchmarks on Antutu and it got a score of about 1,14,000, which is a pretty decent score as expected from Snapdragon 636. It can easily handle most of the tasks and even play most of the graphic intensive games smoothly. We'll check out the gaming performance in a moment. Let's also check out Geekbench 4 scores. On Geekbench 4 it got a single core score of 1335 and a multi-core score of 4695. And here are the list of all the sensors available on this phone. It's got a huge list of sensors. You've got almost every basic sensor on this phone. Asus hasn't skipped anything major for the price. Let's jump into the gaming section. Let's play Asphalt 8 and see how it performs. The phone handles graphic intensive games very well. I'm playing this game at max graphic settings and haven't faced any sort of lag or stutter so far. The 6GB RAM model definitely has better RAM management than on the base variant. It handles multitasking very nicely. You'll definitely enjoy gaming on this phone. Now let's check out the camera app on this phone. This is how the camera app looks like. It's got a very simple and basic interface. The shutter button is over here. This is the shoot mode where you can switch between photo and video. At the top you've got all the camera modes. You have auto mode, HDR, portrait, landscape and lot of other scene modes. Beside that you have filters, front camera toggle, beautify, portrait and the camera settings. These are the camera settings, nothing special here. Let me take a photo and see how fast the shutter is. Okay, not bad. That is quick. Alright guys, now let's check out some photo and video samples shot on this phone. It shoots photos in 16 megapixel resolution, and I have to say this, the rear camera quality is pretty good for the price. I can definitely see some improvement coming from the previous 13 megapixel camera. The colors look rich and vibrant, the sharpness and the detail in the picture is good, the white balance looks perfect, and the dynamic range is also nice. It has an f2.0 aperture and produces some decent bokehs in the photos. Just check out these samples. Since it has a dual camera setup at the back, it can also shoot photos in portrait mode. The portrait mode was okay, the edge detection was not that accurate sometimes, but still it was doing a decent job. Here are a few front camera samples. It shoots photos in 16 megapixel resolution. The front camera quality was average. I was not that satisfied with the results. It was producing very pale skin tones which I didn't like. You can see that in these samples. Hope the company fixes this soon with the help of a software update. Here are a few low light samples. I'd say the low light performance on this camera was average. The Zenfone Max Pro M1 can also shoot videos in 4K. The 4K video quality was pretty good. Everything was nice except the fact that it had no EIS support. Now coming to the battery life was excellent on this phone. It has a 5000 mAh battery and it literally blows out the competition here. On a moderate usage which includes watching YouTube, slight gaming and using social media apps, you'll get about 7 to 8 hours of screen on time. With that kind of usage, an average person will easily get about 2 days of battery life. That is awesome guys, really impressed with the battery life. And the charging time from 0 to 100 took about 2.5 hours. So that was my video on the new Zenfone Max Pro M1 6GB RAM variant. For the price what you're paying, you'll definitely be satisfied with this phone. The 6GB RAM variant surely has a better RAM management and improved camera performance than the base variants. But still, I was not that satisfied with the front camera. It could have been better. Also, the fingerprint scanner was a bit slow. Rest everything else like the display quality, performance and the battery life was very good for the price. It costs about 14,999 and is available on Flipkart. I'll just leave a link to that in the description box below. You can check it out there. So that was it for today. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more new awesome videos. And I'll see you in the next one.